What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video in the Mosotunya National Park, I'm going to show you a game drive tour by Bongwe Safari. So Bongwe Safari has sponsored me to do this trip. This is the most affordable game drive you will ever find in Livingstone. So I'll leave contacts of the people you should contact pretty and then Malambo. Okay, let's get into the video.
There's some elephant droppings on the right hand side. So you can actually confirm either an animal is a ruminant or a non-ruminant animal by checking on the arrangement of the dung. So I'll say, when I say ruminant, I do refer to animals which have like a complicated digestion system, like cows or goats. They do have a four-chambered stomach. So such animals, I'll say, they do spend more time resting and less time feeding. Like for an elephant is called a non-ruminant animal because he has a single stomach, which is a poor digestion system. So after an elephant had fed on a lot of food, you can even actually point out what an elephant had taken from their diet. So they have to eat a lot for them to stand a chance of having a maximum percentage of nutrition in their bodies. So when an elephant is fully grown, they can feed about 300 to 400 kgs of food in a day. So they're given a bad reputation of being responsible. Exactly. So they're given a bad reputation of being responsible in damaging lots of disease, but they do also add a lot of nitrogen to the soil. So after feeding, they are only able to digest like 40% of the 60%, sorry, then 40% will be in form of waste. So they do add a lot of nitrogen to the soil. So a lot of animals, they benefit from an elephant dung. Talk of monkeys, baboons, squirrels and birds. So they do feed from an elephant dung. So not that they do feed on each and every particle, but they pick up undigested foodstuffs.
Right, excellent. Ecology.
Oh, I was paying attention.
Yeah, what is that sound?
More elephant droppings on the road. They don't look to be that fresh, possibly from morning maybe. Right. Okay. Before we continue, allow me to give you a safety brief. So first of all, I welcome everyone into the Mosotunya National Park. Right, so Mosotunya, I'll say, is a Lozi word, which actually means the smoke that thunders. So do just pronounce it longly. It's supposed to be pronounced as Musi Otunya. Oh, yeah, so Musi Otunya meaning the smoke that thunders. Alright, yes. So they named this national park out of the Victoria Falls there. Yeah, and it's looked after by the department called DNPW. It stands for Department of National Park and Wildlife. So what the department did is they divided this national park into sections. So this is the lower section of the park. We are allowed to which is across the road which goes to Kazumbula. It's called the upper section. So we're not allowed to drive to that section of the park due to the rhinos, and there are also no good designed road for game drives. It's just for security reasons. So in that section of the park, there are armed wildlife officers looking after the rhinos. So they don't use any GPS collar tracks, but they do track them manually. So what happens is, as soon as we want to go and see the rhinos, we go and see them on foot. So that will give us a better chance of being close to them, maybe as close as 10 to 15 meters. So before we actually walk, what happens is they'll guide us with a soft talk so that we can know how to walk in the bush and what to do when we are with the rhinos. You need a photo with rhinos in the background, it's allowed, so that you can change your profiles, maybe DPs, who knows. Yeah, because there are rare opportunities in life to see a rhino. Yeah, so one of the reasons why we can make it easy to go there is because of the efforts the rangers had to put in. So since these animals were introduced in this national park from South Africa, they've been tracking them on foot. So they used to charge when they see humans. Now, due to their efforts, they made it easy and calm for those animals to get used to see people on foot. So you try to drive to them, they're not used to see cars, they can charge against you. All right. So animals you are likely to see outside their anthropes, either herbivores. We do not have any predators or cats around here. So one of the reasons why there are no cats is because the national park is close to town, and there is just a small electric fence which stops big game from going out. So as soon as we had lions or leopards, they can walk underneath or they can jump over and bother human life out there. Alright. So I advise each one of us to keep our eyes peeled. Would you see anything whilst I might be busy driving? Don't hesitate, just let me know. I'll stop at once, give you time to take photos, ask questions, and I'll help you with the right information you need. Also, do you feel like using a bush toilet? It's allowed. So before you just do that, you have to let me know. I'll be more like your sacrificial lamb. So I have to get out first, check that it's safe for you to do that. Once I verify that it's safe, that's when I can give you a chance. Otherwise, we do have some toilets at the picnic spot which will stop before going to the rhinos. Okay. Yes. Alright. So this is the Zambezi. I'll say the Zambezi is not a Zambian one because we do share it with other countries. So originally the Zambezi starts in Zambia at the Kaleni Hills to the northern province of Zambia. It flows through Botswana, Namibia, Zimbabwe, and ends into the Indian Ocean. So what will happen is we'll drive upstream this direction, and this is downstream where the waterfalls is. Across the Zambezi, that's not Zimbabwe. It's a Zambian island called Isoka Island. Yes. So that's our island. So Isoka means a long island. So as soon as we keep on driving, an island ends, then across becomes Zimbabwe. So keep your eyes peeled on the river as well for things like maybe hippos, lots of birds, crocodiles. Would you see any? Then just give me a heads up, then we'll slow down and have a talk, then we move on. So let's remain seated all the time, and I advise everyone to try and lower our voices when approaching game, because by so doing it will give us a chance of getting close to animals without disturbing them. We make noise, they'll run away. By the end of the day, we won't have good photos. Otherwise, I'll try my best to position the vehicle where everyone will have a better view and enjoy the sighting. Alright, so at times you might come across big game like elephants. So I'll advise each one of us to remain seated all the time, then let me handle the situation. Because you stand or you jump out, you might find that you risk your lives. Okay, and also it will be very difficult, or a very difficult situation for me to control when one is out. So it's better when we are all seated. It's very easy to get rid of the situation, but when one isolates himself, it will be very difficult to do that. All right, is everyone happy?
Yeah.
All right. So it's a nest of a hammerkop. So kop is an African. Sorry.
Such a big thing.
Yes, just on the left side of this tree here. So kop is an African head for. It's an African word for head. So I'll get to show you the type of birds which actually build this nest. They are very small birds, they are not big. So what these birds do is whatever they come across, they'll be collecting it. So they'll collect it, add it on their nest. So they never stop to like build their nest. So that nest will be just going big, yes. So whatever they like, they're in the bush, they've liked a piece of maybe grass or maybe a bracelet or anything, they'll pick it and attach it on their nest.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a nest there.
Yeah.
Very big. But the bed is just like this. There's a hippo across if you have a good look through that gap there.
Oh, I see.
There.
Yeah.
There's something shiny here.
Yes.
Double check with the binos.
Oh, yeah.
There's also zebras to your right hand side.
Wow, okay. Yeah, my camera has reached, I can see it.
So hippos usually they do come out feeding at night time. So they've got an advantage of that island because there are no predators or a lot of animals which live there. Otherwise they do spend most of their time in water. So it's very funny that hippos spend more time in water but they cannot swim. So they don't know how to swim. They would rather walk on the bottom or they run on the bottom. So they have like some automotive nostrils, which as soon as they lower or drop their head down in water, they do close to block water from going in. So a hippo only step on the ground, come up, breathe, then go down again.